All right, so how we doing, fam? Welcome back to more Yu-Gi-Oh! My name is Raven from the Sky. Let's do this. All right. Kicking off the Rare Hunters with, what was those two guys' name? I can't even remember. That's sad. The two, what were the two? Were they two brothers? They used the Max Beast deck. Comment down below who they are. I know you know. But yeah, we're gonna be showcasing the Rare Hunters. There was one. Oh my God, there's one I can't find him anywhere. He had like blue hair. Yeah, I can't find his deck or anything anywhere. They might mention them in it, but I don't see like a deck recipe. But they include the major ones like this. These two, it was Bandit Keith was one because Merrick had got to him. I had almost forgot about him. I made him last minute, his deck. I almost completely forgot. I'm like, all right, I'm finished now. Nope. Bandit Keith, I completely forgot. It's been like years. Merrick, of course, Isizu Ishtar, his sister, Odin, his servant. The two brothers who used Gate Guardian weren't Rare Hunters, were they? Let me know. Cause I'm kind of like, are they Rare Hunters? Are they not Rare Hunters? It's like, I don't think they were though. I think they were in the Battle City tournament or one of the tournaments, but I don't think they were Rare Hunters. And of course, I got the Exodia, but we can't use his deck. His deck was cheating Exodia. You cannot use 3 copies of Exodia, even in GOAT format. I don't think. I can't remember, but I remember when he faced Yugi, he was cheating. He had like 3 or 4, 5 copies of Exodia in his deck, trying to draw it. You know what I mean? So, no, I just have my Exodia deck that I use. So, we'll be using that because you can't use his deck. His deck was like cheating. He made it that way on purpose to try to beat Yugi. Because he knew he couldn't beat the Pharaoh straight up. So he tried to cheat to take people's, because that's what they would do. They would take people's decks and rarest cards. They were the rare, hence the name, Rare Hunters. They contribute cards. Well, I don't really have to. All I need to do is special summon. Guarantee Elder, and they're in my hand. All right, so if I special summon them, I can special summon him. Ah, shucks. So we're gonna go for the. We're gonna go for the Max Beast right off rip, guys. Uh-oh. Since somebody used Gravekeepers, please comment that down below. I'm so on the fence. I can't even figure it. Did one of the Rare Hunters use Gravekeepers? I thought it was Merrick. But when I was looking at, even on Link Evolution, some old decks that I haven't done yet, when I was looking at the decks they had, no one used Gravekeepers. I think it was a challenge deck, but I don't think it was the normal. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Somebody used Gravekeepers. It's been so long since I looked at Link Evolution. I can't even remember who. Let me know. Merrick used Legend of the Fiend. I don't think he used Gravekeepers. I know he used the Fiend deck and he used Ring Dragon of Ra. Which we've used his deck on the channel, but since I'm covering the Rare Hunters, I'm gonna have to cover him. So you're gonna wind up seeing him again, his deck again. Now, let's see. Of course, I'm gonna use what's his name, Mime. What's his name? He was the Mime. I don't think that was his name, but he used the Jam Breeding Machine. I'm gonna use him again, but I'm not gonna use that Egyptian Slime God build. I'm just gonna use the build I used in Link Evolution. I like that build a lot more. We'll see if it can hold up today. We can see if the old school like Rare Hunter the decks can hold up today. Probably not. I'm gonna be honest with you because I was on that struggle bus with them Guardians. Man, I enjoyed them towards the end because I had changed up the deck. But it was like halfway, like more towards the end. I started to get a bit more wins. Had a few rage quits in there, but you know, it is what it is. You know, Yu-Gi-Oh can go either way. There is no perfect recipe. Spoiler alert, there is no perfect deck recipe. I don't care how good it is. I don't care how good the duelist thinks he or she is. There is no perfect recipe. I don't have the perfect recipe. They tell you that in the loading screen, under the tips bar. You know, it is true. No matter how good a deck is, it still has the possibility to lose. It's a card game. Probability and luck plays a factor in all card games on Earth. No matter how much you try to bend it and tweak it to your favor by, you know, tweaking your deck 100 times, you can still lose. But yeah, let me know. It's like, who used Gravekeepers? Or did anyone use Gravekeepers at all? I'm loving them GOAT format decks, but it's a shame that we can't use all the GOAT format cards to utilize their potential because the ban list, you know, Pot of Greed is banned. Change Your Heart. Change Your Heart was insane back in the day, I'm telling you. And one time, I think you could have ran multiple. It was like brief though. It wasn't. They got restricted quick. I think they got restricted the first ban list. Change Your Heart. To the point you can get Change Your Heart out the structure decks back then. Okay, Giant Trunade, that was good, but if you played it at the right time. Heavy Storm. I mean, these were giant. People would play Giant Trunade and Heavy Storm in the same deck. Cold Wave. Oh my God. You don't have to tribute. Max Restrict. Back in the day, that was the ish. Matter of fact, I remember it was ultra rare. And a Master Curse was super rare. They were, and Max Beast's Guardians, I think, was either ultra or super back then, coming out of the pack. I don't know what they are now, coming out of tins and limited edition pack. I don't know, cause stuff gets reprinted, devalued. Once they, you know, but back in the day, out of the packs, that stuff was wow. Only thing I did was summon Rescue Rabbit that whole time. Ain't that something? You know, the value of things drop when stuff, you know, when it's easier to access. You know, when it's available in structure decks, starter decks, tins and stuff like that, things become common. Like ultra rares drop all the way back down to common. It's crazy. But anyway, that was super. Those Master Restrict was ultra. Back then it was tribute heavy. It wasn't as special summon heavy as it was now. So you did a lot of tributing. So Master Restrict would really hurt you back then. Now it's like, okay, I don't have to tribute. I can just special summon the whole duel. Link summoning, pendulum summoning, exceed summoning, that counts as special summoning. Fusions, that's special summoning. I don't have to tribute, Raven. Like, what's Vanity's Fiend hurts more than Mask of Restrict, but you gotta get Vanity's Fiend out in the damn field and keep him out. Because it's like neither player can special summon. And I think, what is it, Vanity's? It's one of them cards. I think the Fairy, where it's 2 tributes, your opponent can't tribute, but she's like 2 or 3 tributes. It's hard to get her out. You know, it's something like that. That's more, what is this? Oh, spell, wait, mythical. Oh boy. I feel like we're gonna get washed. So I have to get him out. See, I plan on doing the Gate Guardian as well, but that he was hard to summon back then. Imagine trying to get them out in the game now, when your opponent's basically trying to swarm the board off of 2 turns. He was insanely hard to get out, but when you got him out, he was insane. I think he was like one of the first cards that I remember that could top Blue Eyes. I think he was like 4,000 attack, but he was insanely hard to get out. There wasn't really many cards back then more stronger than the Blue Eyes. Because Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, and Summon Skull was like the 3 strongest cards back then that was easier to get out. Especially with them being vanilla, with no effect. Summon Skull was only 1 tribute, you know. Blue Eyes is 2. I think Dark Magician is 2. What's the other guy? Arcana. That's another Rare Hunter member. Name the members in the comment section below. Was Bakura? Bakura wasn't a... Oh my god. He wasn't a Rare Hunter, was he? Bakura? Bakura is Merrick, right? Didn't he just get turned evil by the Millennium Rod? God, it's been so long. 20 plus years. Oh man, I'm all over the place. What was that? That Final Destiny deck? Or was it Merrick that played that? I think Merrick played Final Destiny. He had quite a few, because most characters had multiple deck builds, not just one. I'm just choosing one out of the 3 or 4 they had. But yeah, let me know who the Rare Hunters. I know the major ones. I just named the major ones, but there may be some that didn't get much coverage, or that by Duelists. It was probably some in the anime. They were in the anime, but I'm talking about like YugiTubers. They didn't get much coverage, and you know, or you had to read the manga stuff that was included in the manga that's not included in the TV show. Like I was looking to make that. I saw it online. Y'all remember the that doll deck? Not doll monsters. It was an old, years ago. Like I think it was a GOAT format. It was around GOAT format of GX. Remember the dolls? She had like broken doll heads and stuff like that. Like broken Barbie doll, evil Barbie doll heads. What was that girl's name? Malice or something? What was that? Alice? What was that girl's name? She dressed like a doll. I know you know what I'm talking about. Like I've seen Duelists make the deck but the cards aren't playable. They're like those fun cards you buy off of from a company that will make it just for fun, you know, as a prop. You can't really use that, even though it was used in the anime. They haven't come out. It's not legal. I heard of doll monsters, but I'm thinking about making those as well. But that doll deck. I'm getting destroyed. I can't even do anything. Look at that. Man, I might have to. I try to keep it. You see, I try to keep it authentic to the anime, because I know, you got people, and it really doesn't matter, but it is what it is. They'll say like, "Oh, he didn't use this. Like he didn't use Rescue Rabbit." No ish, but you have to be somewhat competitive with today's standards. and plus, Rescue Rabbit makes it easier to get out Grand Tiki and Malachi the 4-face piece. It was incredibly hard to summon him back in the day, trying to get those 2 out. You had to run like 3 copies of each, hoping you draw into them. But when Rescue Rabbit dropped, you could get them out first turn. You draw Rescue Rabbit, you can get them out and get him out first turn. It's like, why not run that? I know it's not completely authentic to the anime, but who cares? That's what I was trying to do most of the time. If you long-time viewer of the channel, I was trying to keep it authentic to the anime and kept getting destroyed. It's like, I'm realizing now I need to kind of at least make it somewhat competitive with today's standards. We won't get destroyed in 1 turn like we're about to now. When your opponent activates a monster effect, I got a feeling if I activate Mirror Force, he's gonna stop it. Look at that. All this. Look at that. All them counters. I feel like he's just gonna remove a counter and stop Mirror Force. We're doomed. Look at that. 24, 24, 24. She's on the field. You're freaking doomed. Every time you activate, opponents cannot target. Blah blah blah. What's his name? It's the Edimon, the mighty. Isn't he? You can use him like that magical citadel. That's the mythical institution, but it's a magical citadel. Like when you're using like counters. Spellcaster like counter deck. In phase. Ain't nothing I can do. Look at that. You got a whole arsenal. Don't know what you stopped it for. Ain't nothing I can do nothing. Maybe I should start putting that. It's a card. Remember, remove all counters from the field? I forgot what it's called. Destroy all counters. Maybe I should start running it in every deck. Just in case I face decks like this. There's a card that it can wipe all counters from the field. Of course you can stop it. Of course you can. Of course you can. Oh, why even bothered? Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. My name is Raven from the Sky. If you enjoyed the episode, drop a like and subscribe to the channel and the series grow. Take care and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.